Oh no, this is bad. Why is she having her wedding here of all places? While walking on a Hawaiian beach, I unexpectedly ran into someone I never wanted to see again. The bride having her wedding ceremony was someone I knew well. The woman in the pure white wedding dress was Kirari Hoshikawa, my ex-girlfriend. As I tried to quietly slip away...
Oh, isn't it Executive Director? What are you doing here?
I froze when I heard the voice from behind. Why are you here? When I turned around, there was a female employee from our company standing there.
Executive Director, why are you sneaking around like that?
Well,
Seiya? Are you Seiya Amanagawa?
When I nervously turned around, there stood my ex-girlfriend, who was just having her wedding ceremony.
Seiya, it's been so long. How have you been?
Kirari ran over to me with a bright smile on her face. Well... This is awkward. Why do reunions with ex-girlfriends have to be so uncomfortable? Hey, Kirari, take it easy. Look how tense your ex-boyfriend Seiya's getting. You're Teruhiko Azumi? How rude. I'm your former colleague, you know. Seriously? Not only was I shocked to run into Kirari, my ex-girlfriend, but I was equally surprised that Teruhiko was her groom. He was one of the people I never wanted to see again. Until 5 years ago, I worked at a major cosmetics manufacturer. Because my mother was a model and very conscious about beauty care, I also developed a strong interest in cosmetics, despite being a man. While working at the cosmetics company, I became close to one of my female colleagues. Her name was Kirari Hoshikawa, a beautiful woman with long hair that reached her waist. Kirari and I clicked right away, and after 6 months, we started dating.
Hey, look at that! It's beautiful!
No, you're much more beautiful.
Huh? Is there something on my face?
What? No, I was just admiring your profile.
Oh, I see.
When I said that, she would blush and fidget shyly. Both Kirari and I had the character for star in our names, so we often went stargazing together.
Hey, it might be a bit early, but if we ever get married, I want to have the ceremony somewhere where we can see the beautiful starry sky.
I loved her deeply, feeling embarrassed at such thoughts. I believed without a doubt that I'd marry this woman someday. Hey, I heard you're dating Hoshikawa. One day, while I was resting in the break room, my colleague Teruhiko Azumi came up to me. Well... To be honest, I didn't like this guy very much. His father was apparently an executive at our company, and since joining, he'd been rude and disrespectful to colleagues and seniors alike. But man, you're lucky. Kirari's beautiful, kind, and I hear her family's quite wealthy. Well, that's what I heard. I knew about that too. Kirari's family was apparently well known locally. And when we visited her hometown, she was treated like a princess. But I'm not interested in that kind of stuff. Come on, don't lie. Everyone wants money, right? Well, sure, money is nice. Even I buy lottery tickets at the end of the year, dreaming of striking it rich. See? You wouldn't buy lottery tickets if you weren't after money, right? How does he know that? Actually, I saw you last year at the end of the year. I secretly followed you. So that's what happened. I didn't want anyone at work to know about my slightly embarrassing yearly ritual of buying lottery tickets, hoping to become a millionaire. The purpose of buying lottery tickets is money, right? Well, yeah, fine. It's for the money. What's wrong with that? Who would buy those things if not for money? Thanks. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Oh, and one last thing. What do you think about Mai Midorikawa from the next apartment? She's pretty, I guess? Actually, I like her. I was thinking of confessing. But I was worried you might be a rival. Why would I be a rival? Don't worry about that. I already have someone I seriously like. Right. I already have Kirari Hoshikawa. Right. What was that about? He suddenly barged in saying nonsensical things and even had a creepy smile at the end. Well, whatever. I need to plan for next weekend's date. At that time, I had no idea that careless conversation with Teruhiko would end up tearing Kirari and me apart. A few days later, Kirari's attitude suddenly changed. During dates, she seemed distant, and she started making excuses to cancel our dates more frequently. Why? What's going on? One day, Kirari called me out and broke up with me.
I'm sorry. I've fallen for someone else. I know it's selfish of me, but I think it's better to be clear about these things.
That day, I was dumped by Kirari, who'd been my girlfriend. It was such an abrupt, unexpected event. Of course, I couldn't give up so easily, but I thought that persistently pursuing her would only trouble her. Thinking this, I swallowed my tears and stepped aside. Being the coward I was, I felt uncomfortable staying at the same company and submitted my resignation. After leaving, I moved to a new company after some time. I worked there for 2 years, and I joined a startup founded by a college friend. That was 3 years ago. The startup my friend founded rode the waves of the times and grew rapidly, becoming a company with over 30 employees. I was recognized for my contributions and given the position of executive director by my friend.
The sea! The sea!
Come on, don't act like a kid.
But executive director, it's Hawaii's ocean! Hawaii's ocean!
Hawaii? What kind of industry person are you? Recently, our company successfully completed a major project. To celebrate this success, we came to Hawaii for a company trip. Of the 30 employees, half couldn't make it due to various circumstances, so it was a trip of about 15 people. The woman energetically playing in the ocean now is one of my subordinates. Her name is Kayako Tochi. Apparently, her mother was a huge horror movie fan and named her daughter after a ghost from one of the movies. What a bizarre sensibility. Who names their daughter after a ghost? But she seemed to quite like her name, and her personality is the complete opposite of a ghost. Cheerful and lively.
Still, a company trip to Hawaii. Our company is really generous.
Hey, stop pulling my arm!
Executive director, let's go to the ocean too!
You're being way too aggressive for a woman.
Her family has always been athletic, so the masculine nature is ingrained in my soul.
Besides, our company is flexible and doesn't get hung up on formalities, right?
Yeah, can't argue with that. She might be a strange subordinate, but she's capable and not a bad person.
I played so much.
You played too much. It's already evening.
But more importantly, Executive Director, I heard about it.
Heard what?
That you got confessed to by our company's Madonna, Nikaido Reina.
How do you know about that?
It's a rumor around the office that Executive Director turned down the super beautiful Reina. What a waste. Reina's such a beauty.
Well, everyone has their circumstances. True, Reina is beautiful, but I couldn't picture a future with her if we dated. Or rather, seeing Kirari as a bride made me realize I still have feelings for her. Reina's too good for me.
Executive Director, could the reason you turned down Reina have something to do with the bride we met earlier?
Ugh, you're as sharp as ever. No way. Of course not.
You're really easy to read. The woman was your ex-girlfriend, right?
How do you know that? I haven't told anyone at the company about her.
Oh, I heard about it from the president the other day.
The president? That guy!
If you like her that much, why did you break up?
Who knows? I don't understand either. That day, she suddenly asked for a breakup. Maybe something about me bothered her.
Maybe you tried to extort money from her.
Don't be ridiculous. I have no interest in money. That much I can say for certain.
That's true. Executive Director really has no interest in money. Remember that time when you turned down that wealthy CEO's daughter who fell for you, even though it meant a lot of money?
Well, I didn't want to marry somebody with such a bad personality.
Plus, Executive Director's salary is so low. These days, you won't find an Executive Director who cuts their own salary so much that it's lower than regular employees.
I can't help it. It doesn't suit me to receive an unnecessarily high salary. Rather than paying me a high salary, I want to return that money to the employees.
I don't know if you're sane or just an idiot.
Hey, how dare you call your supervisor an idiot? That's when we heard a voice from behind. When we turned around, there stood Kirari. Kirari.
Is it true what you just said?
What we just said? Was she listening?
About turning down the marriage arrangement with the CEO's daughter. And cutting your own salary for the employees.
Yes, it's true. Our Executive Director is really an idiot. He should have just accepted the marriage arrangement, but he says he's a man who lives for love rather than money.
I can't help it. This personality of mine won't change no matter what.
You've always lived for love rather than money.
I wonder what happened. Kirari turned pale and started trembling. What's wrong, Kirari? Are you okay? Even when I spoke to her, Kirari just clutched the pendant at her chest and kept her head down.
Hey, can I ask you just one thing?
In the tense atmosphere, Kirari managed to squeeze out a question.
Seiya, you haven't changed at all, have you, from back then?
I don't understand the intention behind this question, but I'm still me, now and then.
Yeah, he's still such a feminine man, you know? Do you know? Executive Director still can't forget about you, his ex-girlfriend.
Hey, you idiot! How can you say such things about someone who's become another man's wife? I hurriedly pinched Kayako's cheek.
Who are you calling an idiot? You're the idiot!
Then Kayako pinched my cheek back. Kirari watched us pinching each other's cheeks with an amazed expression. Seeing us childishly pinching each other's cheeks, she burst into laughter.
Seiya really hasn't changed. Still childish and selfish like back then. I was really stupid.
Kirari started crying while laughing. Hey, what's wrong?
You shouldn't make women cry!
Is this my fault? Is it because of me?
No. Seiya didn't do anything wrong. It's all my fault.
Kirari wiped her tears, put her hands behind her back, and started walking away from us.
I'm sorry, Seiya, for not believing in you back then. I understand everything now. I'm the worst. I'm such a terrible woman.
No, what do you mean? I tried to ask Kirari what she meant, but before I could, she quickly ran away.
What was that about?
Who knows? I don't understand either. After that, I didn't get to meet Kirari again, and our 3-day company trip came to an end, returning us to our daily lives. Finally done with work.
Executive Director, let's go drinking after this! Of course, as the Executive Director's treat.
Hey, don't decide that on your own. I'm on a low salary, you know? I can't afford such luxuries.
What? So stingy.
I'm fine with being stingy. I've always been frugal. Seiya Amanokawa! As I was about to leave with Kayako, I heard a voice from behind. When I turned around, there stood my former colleague, Teruhiko. You bastard! Why are you here? More importantly, you... It's all your fault that Kirari and I are... Hey, calm down! Teruhiko approached me and suddenly grabbed my collar. It's your fault we're on the brink of divorce! Divorce? Ever since that day we had the wedding ceremony in Hawaii, she's been acting strange. She won't talk to me, won't even look me in the eye. Yesterday when I got home, she was like an empty shell and left after leaving the divorce papers. And that's my fault? Isn't it just because of your own inadequacies? Of course it's your fault! 5 years ago, I successfully tore you and Kirari apart. But now it's all for nothing! What? Hey, what did you just say? 5 years ago, you tore me and Kirari apart? That's right. Kirari was the daughter of a wealthy family, and she was beautiful. I couldn't stand someone like you dating such a woman. So I recorded your conversation in the break room, edited it, and played it for Kirari. So that's why Kirari suddenly asked for a breakup back then. It's thanks to me. Kirari was in shock. She thought you were after the money and had another woman you liked.
You're terrible. Are you even human?
Shut up! I'll become part of the winning class no matter what methods I use. If I sell Kirari's family land, I'll be a millionaire. I can live a life of leisure forever. You bastard. For my wife, Kirari, you're just a man from the past. So don't get in my way by appearing in front of me. I see. Now I understand. Finally, the truth from 5 years ago makes sense. I'd always wondered why Kirari suddenly asked for a breakup. So that's what it was. You better be prepared. This is one thing I absolutely won't forgive. I'll make him understand just how terrifying it is to make an enemy of me. To be honest, I wanted to beat Teruhiko to a pulp right there. But doing that would make me the bad guy legally. This is a society of laws. The one who has the law on their side wins. From that day, I immediately took action. I hired private investigators without spending much money and had them watch Teruhiko 24 hours a day. I also talked to the company, and my friend, who's the president, gave me some time off. Seiya, go all out. I'll take all responsibility. Taking advantage of those words, I thoroughly investigated Teruhiko's private life. Someone who would do such things must be doing other bad things too. Thinking this, I kept watching, and sure enough, it was true. Teruhiko, probably stressed from being separated from Kirari, was repeatedly having affairs with what appeared to be female colleagues. He works at a cosmetics manufacturer, the same company I worked at 5 years ago. For a cosmetics manufacturer where women are the main customers, affairs are absolutely taboo. I sent videos proving the affairs to the HR department of his former company. At the same time, I asked the president to spread rumors about Teruhiko to neighboring companies. Apparently, he'd been doing various other bad things too. The affair incident triggered the exposure of Teruhiko's wrongdoings to the public, and he ended up being arrested by the police. No, this must be some mistake. You can say that, but we have all the evidence. Suspicion of fraud, embezzlement, and apparently, there's also suspicion of threatening a business partner's company with fake evidence. No, this must be some mistake. I'm not wrong. I just wanted to be one of the winners. With this many additional crimes, you'll be spending a long time in prison, rather than being a winner, Mr. Success. No, The news of Teruhiko's arrest spread quickly. Kirari realized she'd been deceived and divorced him. I couldn't sit still anymore and went to visit Kirari. I visited Kirari's house, but we were both so awkward that we just stood staring at each other, unable to say anything. I learned the truth about 5 years ago.
I see.
When I opened my mouth, Kirari's body jerked. I'm sorry. Because of me, you went through such painful experiences.
No, that's wrong! I'm the one who should apologize. I let that man deceive me and couldn't trust you. I'm really sorry. I'm the worst. You would never say something like that.
Apparently, Kirari had realized the truth when she overheard my conversation with Kayoko on the day of the wedding ceremony. That's when she realized she'd been deceived and confronted Teruhiko that night.
If only I'd been more...
Kirari covered her face with both hands and started crying. I hesitated, but pulled her close and gently embraced her. Kirari continued crying for more than 5 hours after that. I silently held Kirari and kept stroking her back. The warmth of Kirari's body in my arms melted our frozen relationship. Sometime later...
Sorry to keep you waiting, Seiya.
If you're too late, I'll leave without you.
That's mean! We decided to go to work together, didn't we?
I'm just kidding. There's no way I'd leave you behind now. Kirari and I ended up living together somewhat naturally. After that, she became anxious and unable to sleep when separated from me, calling me about 10 times every hour. At this rate, I'll become an insomniac. so I thought we might as well live together. Fortunately, my apartment was designed for families to live in. We just had to report to the building manager, and the cohabitation was easily arranged. We moved Kirari's furniture and personal belongings from her house to my place. And this past week has flown by in an instant.
Even now when we think about it, it makes me angry. That absolute worst man.
Come on, calm down already. Teruhiko's been arrested. So,
Because of that man, I wasted 5 years of my relationship with Seiya. I'll never forgive him.
But there's something I've been wondering about.
What is it?
Well, didn't you say you wanted to have your wedding ceremony somewhere where you could see the stars? I mean, you can see stars in Hawaii too, but Kirari was having the ceremony during the day.
Well, I couldn't help it. I didn't want to have a starlit wedding ceremony with anyone but Seiya.
Just then, a noisy election car passed right by us. Sorry, what did you just say? The election car was so noisy, I couldn't hear the latter half of what she said. Something about a starlit place?
Jeez, you should be able to figure that out.
Kirari bowed her head with a bright red face. At that moment,
Good morning, Executive!
I was energetically slapped on the back, and when I looked behind me, there stood Kayako with a bright smile. Wife?
Kayoko!
It's the Executive Director's wife!
Wife? We're not married yet.
Kirari blushed and kept glancing at me. Nothing's coming out even if you look at me like that. Well, that aside, you seem especially energetic today. What's up?
You can tell?
Kayako blushed and wiggled her body. What's with her? She's being weird.
Actually, you know, my boyfriend just proposed to me.
What?
Oh, congratulations, Kayoko.
Oh my, I'm so embarrassed. We're gonna look at apartments to live together soon.
A proposal to Kayako? There must be some brave hero out there.
As your senior, I'll give you lots of advice.
Really? I'm so happy.
The two seemed to get caught up in their girl talk, leaving me behind as they walked ahead cheerfully. Hey, you two, wait up! I hurriedly chased after them.
Executive Director, what are you doing? We're gonna leave you behind.
Jeez, Seiya, what are you doing? Don't leave my side.
No, that's you guys! Ugh. Well, I guess it's fine. Thanks to that incident, our relationship couldn't go back to exactly how it was before. But being together with Kirari like this really puts me at ease. It might sound like bragging, but the one I love most is Kirari.
I love you too, Seiya.
Did you say something?
Be quiet! You were muttering to yourself, so I just corrected you.
You two are being lovey-dovey again.
We're not being lovey-dovey.
We're not being lovey-dovey at all! Even though that happened, Kirari and I are fine now. I can say that with absolute clarity.
Wasn't that lovely? Like and subscribe for more videos. See you again!